Hello, welcome to Wednesday Night Chat with Nick. Let me situate the desk here a little bit. Let's see. Make sure everything is situated right. Ah, hopefully this is a temporary view. Okay. Quick update on the room. The phase one, phase one of the man cave makeover is done. Okay, I will load a video uh, maybe this weekend to show the finish of phase one of the man cave. Phase two is mostly decoration. This behind me, that gotta change. Um, I have a lot of stuff to put up. The question is what, I will have to play around with changing the setting back there. So my goal, that's phase two. Who knows when that's gonna be done? But at least phase one is done. Phase one is more of the physical thing as well as the monetary thing because I gotta spend money to buy cabinet, furnitures, and shelf and all that stuff. Phase two will cost a lot less because it's mostly decoration, and I have tons of stuff to put up. Okay, I don't need to buy a lot of stuff. Hello, first one in the room. Hello, Brian Spaceboy. I'm glad you like the magazine. Um, but hopefully, phase two will take place. It's hard to say. That being said, CGC fan, hello. Yes, I don't think you are alone as far as surprised at how well the Walking Dead book is doing. I am surprised. Hey, if I have hello Dead Clone, if I have a crystal ball and tell me that my Walking Dead number one would go up by another 1,000, I would have kept it instead of selling it at 2,000. I think I sold my Walking Dead number one 9.8 for like 2,000. Tim, hello. Stephen Wilkinson is in the house. So yes, so as far as for those that just came in the room, I just said that phase one of my man cave makeover is done. Hello, Sean, the musician. And then phase two is about decoration, and big changes will happen behind me because, as you know, that wall, that yellow is boring. Hello, Carl. So there'll be a lot of changes, but who knows what's going to happen. That being said, this will be the last Wednesday chat until maybe August. Okay. My son finished school yesterday. Yesterday was the last day of school. So summer kicked off. Okay. Um, on top of that, my nephew, we have my nephew from Boston is, yes, Carl, I'm keeping that. Hello, nice of all. My nephew from Boston is coming down and stay with us this summer. Okay, not the entire summer, but he's coming down. He's a sophomore in college. Hello, Richard Mora. Um, and he's gonna intern. He's gonna intern at my company. So he's gonna get some, credits for his school, whatever. He's a sophomore at Bentley. He's a finance economic major up in Bentley, and he's gonna come down here and do an internship with my company, my business, and stay with me. Can't beat that. Stay with Uncle Nick. Get to hang out in the man cave, look at comic books, talk about comic books, as well as learn something about the business. I was trying to teach him my business as well as the business of comic books. Who knows? He might appear in a video as well. But because of a lot of things going on this summer, plus my sister, my younger sister, is getting married. So, like I said, it's gonna be a crazy summer. I'm pay. I don't even have to pay him. I'm lucky. So to make things simpler, the way I see it between now and mid-August, because believe it or not, this is the shortest summer for my son Anthony. School was over yesterday, right? They're gonna have the shortest summer span ever because they changed the school schedule. His school, fifth grade, will start mid-August, so he literally has 9 weeks of summer. Okay, it's gonna be a very fast and furious summer. So Anthony, so this summer we decided to not sign Anthony up for any camps. He went to a bunch of basketball camps last year, all kind of stuff. This year, because of only 9 weeks, he's gonna stay home. So my schedule will be booked. Okay, I'm gonna be busy. All kind of crazy stuff going on this summer. So no Wednesday chat starting next week. If there is one, say in July, whatever it is, it's just gonna be an impromptu something. But for now, Wednesday scheduled chat is gonna be off for the rest of the summer until mid-August. Mid-August, when my nephew go back to Boston to go to school and Anthony go back to school. Yes, Brian, handful. It's gonna be, and Anthony is old enough. He's 10 now, and I don't want to make if he enjoyed going to some of the summer camps that he did last year, I would have no problem. But he didn't like some of the camps, so I told him, if you want to stay home with Daddy, we'll have fun. We can go out there, throw the football, shoot some basketball, hit some baseball. Anthony liked to do those things, but not, he doesn't want to go to basketball camp and do basketball things for 6 hours. That's not him. Can he go out there and play hoops and shoot basketball with his friends and neighbors for an hour? Sure, but not for 6 hours. CGC fan asked if I have $1,000 comics. Either or. I don't think, if you sell on eBay, you pay 10%. If you go to Comic Link or other auction house, you could pay 10% as well. So there is no clear winners. I'm not going to tell you that, you're better off. If I have $1,000 book and I want to sell, the first thing I would do is try to sell it privately. Okay? And by doing so, what I will do is offer 5%. It depends on the book. Okay? This is another thing. If it is a nothing special book, like a Sell My Keys, nothing special, I would offer 5% below 90-day average GPA. So whoever it is that buy from me will get a little deal, and I get a little deal. Because let's say if my books sell on eBay at GPA, I'm giving 10% to eBay, right? Or Comic Link, if I was consigning my book there. So if I was going to sell that book privately and offer 5% discount, then it's a win-win. If you understand, I get 5% more than I would if I sell it on eBay or Comic Link, and the buyer get a 5% below GPA. That's how I approach selling big books, $1,000 or more. I try to make it a win-win. There is no way I'm giving away all of my goodwill. Correct. Even excluding PayPal, that's a cost of doing business. I'm not, I always cringe at sellers that charge me 3 or 4% more because I'm using PayPal. Because I don't charge my client more. That's just, to me, that's not how I like to do business, and I don't want to do business with people that do that either. I complain about how Comic Link does that for those that want to charge credit card. I understand, as a seller on Comic Link, sure, I like to get the full proceed from my books, but at the same time, when I buy something, I hate to have to pay a premium on top of paying a book because I want to use convenience. CGC fan said, but you have more eyeballs on the item if you sell on eBay. Sure, the bottom line is what book? More eyeballs mean nothing if you're selling Fantastic Four 287 or something. Like I said, it's depend on the book. Okay, if you have a hot book that is hot, then you want to let it ride, right? If you have a book that is nothing special, even if it's 1,000, not just because a book is $1,000 does not mean that it's hot or special. That make it very clear. Okay, I can give you a lot of $1,000 book that consider dead money. There's a lot of dead money out there on big books. I hate to say it, there's a lot of dead money out there. There's a lot of people that's sitting on books that they paid a lot of money, and then they wonder what's going to happen when they're trying to sell it. That's why so much hot money, so much new money are flowing into keys, because the market is saying something. The market is saying non-keys are not a good investment. People that are sitting on high dollar price non-keys is gonna be in for a rude awakening, okay, when they're trying to sell those books. Hello, Keith. Yickety Yackety say, non-eBay auction like Heritage or Comic Link seem to have a wealthier clientele, so maybe they can make more. Maybe, absolutely. There's a lot of maybe in there. Okay, one of these days, what my plan for the next 8-9 weeks, when I took the time off to do chat, is that fix my chat doing a live stream with OBS software so that the comments will show up. Other YouTubers in the community have done it, like JLS and the Great Legend Show, and a few YouTubers have done it where they do the Google Chat like now, using streaming software like OBS, and then they can include the text, the comments right on the screen. That's my plan to incorporate into. I already bought, the stuff to do it. It just comes down to me sitting down and testing it out and make sure it works properly, so that going forward, I don't have to read the comments. You guys can read it online. Correct, Knights of All. At the end of the day, eBay is the fastest way to get paid. Okay, if you consign your book to Heritage, to Comic Link, or somebody else, you're gonna have to wait at least a month, if not longer. I can't recall ever get paid from any auction house a month after I consigned the book and the book has been sold. I can't recall. It usually takes longer than a month. So, when you sell something on eBay, that's the convenience of eBay. Yes. And that's the convenience of private sales as well. That's what, back to the original question I mentioned. I try to do private sales first. Luckily, I can only speak for myself. Luckily, I have a lot of friends that want to buy my books. So whenever I want to sell something, I usually have people knocking. And I am Vietnamese, by the way, NLC production. I am Vietnamese. Left the country in 1979. How long does it take to get your books from Comic Link? First, I usually pay right away. Okay, I'm one of those guys that, you know, it's usually even if the auction is not over. Let's say if I won a book last week, and I know I'm not gonna bid on the original art yesterday, there is no reason for me to wait around. I would write a check and mail it out this weekend. Last weekend, I would have done that. And Carl, to answer your question, I have always been very quick to mail my check to Comic Link, and I would say a month. Okay, a month. So if you wait longer than a month, then you start to get near the point where you will get your books, but don't expect to get your stuff before a month. NLC, VidQ, yes, sir. Yeah, Legion 1937, he asked, has anyone heard news about Mephisto? I am not sure. I think I heard the rumors. I know one of the book that I sent to get slapped at CGC last week, well, 9 days ago to be exact. I was gonna slap that high grade books, even if Mephisto is not in any movies or TV show, because even if he is, I can't imagine Mephisto to be a one and done kind of villain. Perhaps Doctor Strange down the road. I don't know. I don't know who owned the right to Mephisto. Who owned the right? Is it Marvel or is it Fox? I think it's Marvel. If you, Carl asked, so if you pay online with credit card, I think it will not speed up that much. Carl, correct me if I'm wrong. When you do get your books, okay, Carl, when you do get your books, make a video and tell us how long it took to get the books from Comic Link, okay? I'm pretty sure you will have to wait a couple weeks. Whether you, because if you mail a check, it takes 2 weeks to clear. Does that mean that I get my books within 3 weeks? No. I can't recall ever receive my books 3 weeks in a Comic Link. I cannot recall. Okay. So now Heritage. One time Heritage mailed me my winning and I did not pay yet. That was crazy. That was crazy. I used to buy a lot. Okay, this is not bragging or anything like that. I don't buy a lot anymore. Okay, let's make it very clear. But if you turn back the clock, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I was buying a lot. And at one time, Heritage mailed me my winning, knowing that I haven't paid yet. It's almost like they said, we trust you. They even sent me a note to that we're shipping this out, even though you haven't paid yet. on good standing, that on good faith that you will pay. It was crazy. I'm just like, whoa, that's too much expectation on me. It only happened once. After that, I'm just like, I don't want to be in that situation. I was VIP. Like I said, I was a very good customer from Heritage for a long time. All of that changed. All of that changed 2 years ago. I mean, I started to buy a lot less 5 years ago. Ever since I'm on YouTube, I bought a lot less. Okay, not because of YouTube. No, it's just that my focus of the hobby changed. I slow down buying. I want to sit back and enjoy the hobby from a collector standpoint of just enjoying what he has. So that's part of being on YouTube, was like, I don't need to keep on buying and buying and buying. Probably a lot different than a lot of YouTubers that have no reason to be on YouTube but to show off what they buy, and that's it. I'm like the opposite. I'm just like, I'm gonna stop buying or buy a lot less and then talk about comic books on YouTube. That's more like me. Did you get any original art from last auction? Carl asks. I will load the comic, the original art recap tomorrow. Uh, the one that finished last night. Heartbreak. I bid on 3 things. Goose eggs, double goose egg, nada, zippo, nothing. Let's see. Steven said, Surfer, a nice book, good value away from 1 and 4. We're talking about issue 3, okay, the Mephisto issue. And Declan said that he's experienced it would take about 2 weeks to receive the winning from Comic Link after payment is sent. I am assuming that it is credit card payment. Stephen Wilkinson said that Surfer issue 14 is a nice Spidey crossover. Indeed. It's the Silver Surfer run is a fun run to collect. I always recommend people that want to collect a short Silver Age run, that Silver Surfer should be the one to consider, because it's only 18 issues, right? It's manageable. It's something that you can complete. much easier to complete a Silver Surfer run than most other Silver Age run, right? Lord Tagman said original sketch covers are starting to interest him because he saw a great looking Jusko Wolverine. Some of them are really nice. In fact, in my original art auction recap that I will load tomorrow, there is a cover sketch in this recap because I thought it looked pretty nice. So I included. The last night auction was pretty low. There was a ton of cheap art. By cheap, I mean less than 1,000. Okay. Usually you see many pieces that go for 20, 30, 15,000, even more. But yesterday there was only a handful of original art pieces that went for 5 figures. There was a lot that went for 4, 5, 6, 700. What are my thoughts on Spider-Man 252? A cool book to have. It's way too many. They gotta be 700,000 copy of that book around, if not even more. To be honest, there are more. I'm not sure. I care to wager that there is more Amazing Spider-Man 252 than Spider-Man 300. I could be wrong, but I bought one. I bought one Spider-Man 252 off the rack, but over the many years of buying other people collection, I have like, I don't even know how many I have. I'm pretty sure I have at least a dozen copies. At least it's just it's many people I know have so many copies of that book. It's not a book to hoard. You know, I don't even. Every time I look at the stash, I'm just like, is it worth slamming these things to get rid of them? I probably should, just because there's no point. But yeah, over the last many years, I bought quite a few collection and amassed quite a stack of Spider-Man 252. So it's not a book that I would recommend anyone to hoard or invest in. No, buy the real thing. Get an Amazing Fantasy 15, the original. Stephen Wilkinson agreed on the Silver Surfer run. It is. It's a fun. I mean, I completed my run last year. Okay, took me a long, long time to finish the run last year, and I think I made video for 1, 2, 3, and 4. One of these days, I should continue to show the interior of 5 through 18. One of these days. One of these days. Parker Rizzo's in the house. So's Robert Finifrock. Oh my goodness, that clone sold all his Venom books. You sold too quick, my friend. Too quick. They haven't even announced much of anything yet. Just the actor. We don't have a script. We don't even have shooting dates yet. Too early. Too early. Be a little bit more patient. For those that just joined now, you probably missed the first announcement I made. This will be the last Wednesday chat until summer is over. Okay, I have a busy summer with all kind of things going on, so I'm taking summer off, and that goes along with the Saturday got to have video. Okay, I will take time off to do all live stream, if that make any sense. I have tons of video. I have, if I load a video every other day, if I stop making video today and load a video every other day, I probably have enough videos to go to the end of June. Easy. I have, God knows, there's a lot of videos. I have a lot of free time. I shot a lot of videos. I just don't want to kill you guys with a video on a daily basis. You don't need to see my mug and hear my yapping on a daily basis. But so starting tonight is the last night. There won't be any Wednesday chat or Saturday got to have video for the rest of the summer. Time's off. I need a break. Amazon stock, if you have it, keep it. I wish I kept mine, but I did not. There's a lot of high-tech stock that I wish I kept, like Google. Why did I sell Google? Why did I sell Facebook? Why did I sell Amazon? Why did I sell Apple? It's okay. Okay. At the end of the day, if you make money in the stock market, can't be crying over missed opportunities. But yes, if you still have Amazon, keep it. Just as I told my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law has 6 figures worth of money in Google. I told him, keep it. He has tripled his money. He put in like 30K in Google, and now it's 100K. Good for him. That clone, I agree. Careful with GPA. GPA, the outliers, on GPA, by saying outliers, that the one that break records, the one that drag everything higher, tend to be the one that are upgradable. Okay, like people, it's funny. X-Men 1. X-Men 1 was around 27 to 30,000 for many years. Look at GPA. For those that had GPA, it was flatline dead money for like 6 years. Okay. And then 2 years ago, there was a beautiful X-Men book that looked like it can be a 9.2. So the 9.0 went crazy. It went for like 40,000. Okay. So this is not shilling like that was talking. But what happened is when that happened, GPA data, of course, does not differentiate why a book sold for 10,000 more than the previous 25 sales, right? It just record that, and next thing you know, people that use GPA, it's just like, oh, X-Men 1 is worth 40,000, so now I'm gonna bid 40,000 max. So guess what? Look at GPA for those that have it and see what happened to X-Men 1 in the past year and a half. That happened to every big book, okay? All it takes is one book that get overbid, overhyped, because a few dealers that know the book can be upgraded fought over the book. And then it's a lose-lose for everyone. First of all, if you pay $40,000 for a 9.0 and you press it up to a 9.2, very little profit left, and it make everything more expensive for everybody else. So guess why? Wonder why X-Men 1 has plateaued at 40? Guess what? Because nobody can find another 9.0 that can be pressed up to 9.2. So it's going to stay around 40 for a while. Luther asked, did you see the Freak of Nature Avenger 4 9.8 on Heritage? Not yet. I'm assuming you're talking about next auction, the next big auction. I have not checked. I heard about that, Robert Finnefrock, about the hook run on the Pawn Star. Yeah, 20K, that's too low. Too low. I watched that Pawn Star show, and sometimes I'm just like, not that I know anything, okay, but it feels so stage. Like I want to. In fact, I know for a fact one very fairly famous dealer appear on Pawn Star and show some books, and even a dealer show up on Comic Book Man show and bring a book and have those guys yip yap over their book, and it's stage, okay? It's not. Don't buy it, okay? It's if I live in Vegas, if I visit Vegas, I will give those guys a call and I will appear on the show for you guys, okay? Not that I want to go to Vegas. I have not been to Vegas since last time I was in Vegas was when my wife was pregnant with Anthony. We went there together. That was my last time to Vegas. But if I ever go back to Vegas, I make a phone call to Pawn Star, say, I want to appear on the show. And I'm going to act stupid, naive, and bring in my Action 1 for you to evaluate. Yes, Stephen Wilkinson. That's it. Greg Reese. I watched that show. I'm just like, I know Greg Reese. I seen him. Who believed this stuff? A lot of people. So naive people. Let's face it, reality TV is set up TV, okay? It's by the time someone wake up. Reality TV is not reality. It's set up TV. That cave, I'm glad you like Wonder Woman. There you go. If nobody here has seen Wonder Woman, go see it. It's a good film. I can say this with certainty. For me, I like it more than many Marvel movies. Okay, many. So kudos to DC. And LC, I agree. When it comes down to selling books, eBay is a good gauge, a very good gauge. That's why I don't subscribe to GPA. I don't need to. I don't need to have that for to know the approx to know the value. It's approximation. Okay, I go to eBay. I look at the trend, and I can have a good idea, especially on big books that have weekly transactions. Plenty of historical data on eBay to use. Okay, you don't need GPA. That's my point. Yes, Batcave. The cinematography was extremely good. Yeah, I mean it's a beautifully made movie. I heard some people complain on the CGI here and there, and my take is that if you see my review, my spoiler filled review, I said this at the end. I said, sure, the CGI is not perfect, but rarely is the CGI of a movie make it or break it for me. Okay, you can have beautiful CGI of Transformer with all kind of Metal Gear spinning, turning, twisting, grinding, and it's still a piece of garbage of a movie. Okay, so eh, C- to me, CGI is not all that important. I don't, you know, the movies that I hate or love has rarely depend on CGI. It's a small part of why I hate something or dislike something or love something. It's a tiny part. But not all the beautiful CGI can ever make something like Transformers movies good for me. Yes, NLC, you check on complete listing. I checked on sold listing. And I also check on if I see something sold, right? Especially if it's like 2 weeks after the transaction, I want to see if that transaction go through because sometimes you get like these sales that really didn't finish, didn't complete. So if the item get relist, I don't count that. Okay, so there's a way to use eBay sold transaction to find out what's the relative value of a book is. For example, Marvel Premiere 15. Hello, Jeff for birthday. Like Marvel Premiere 15, First Iron Fist, that book is very liquid. By that, I mean that is tons of copy in many different grades, especially mid grades to high grades, from like 7.0 to 9.4. There are copies on a weekly basis. Okay, so if you want to find out the trend or what's going on, just type in Marvel Premiere 15 CGC 9.0, and you will see the last 6 months of slab that are sold, and you get an idea of what the prices are. It's not rocket science. Richard Morris say, how can you find out if a book is realistic? The only way to find out is to look at the listing, because with what happens is when you click on a transaction that took place and sold, and you go there, you will see on top of that say the seller has relisted this item. If you see that on top, that means that the transaction didn't complete. That's how I do it. Okay. Correct NLC. Yes. Us VidQ know what we're doing. Parker Weasel asks, Nick, do you feel cover art books will retain value? You mean like sketch covers? I don't know. If you ask me about, if sketch covers will retain value because artists like Adam Hughes or Finch or whoever that is hot, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know, because I'm not in the cover sketch and business. I don't say, like I said, if you ask the people that collect, speculate on these books, I'm sure you will hear both sides of the story, right? The collectors that buy and pay up for these things would think that they are worthwhile investment, and the people that are flipping them, I can see no other reason that they don't believe that it can sustain. If you are the kind of guy that go to the convention, get the sketch done, slab it, and then flip on eBay as soon as you get the slab, my take is that you don't believe that these books have higher potential value, because if so, why sell right away, right? I could be wrong, but I'm not in the mindset of flipping sketch cover books, so I don't know what the mindset is. But who knows? Let's see. Did you see PGX new label? They look pretty nice. Yeah. In fact, I included a PGX slab in the last Got to Have video for the sake of showing the new label. So I was not aware until last week. Okay, last week when I was going through my regular Saturday recap, that's when I saw the new PGX label. I'm like, whoa, that looked different. I wouldn't say I like it or hate it. I would say I like it more than the old label. Okay. Yeah, Stephen Wilkinson. I'm not sure. I'm a Tom Cruise movie fan. Okay. Whenever I say Tom Cruise, I had to qualify. Personally, I think in his personal life, I think he's a wacko, kind of crazy. The Scientology stuff is kind of cuckoo. But as far as Tom Cruise, the actor in the movie, I am a fan of Tom Cruise in many movies, except for Jack Reacher 2. Holy cow. What the frack was that? I enjoy Jack Reacher, but Jack Reacher 2 should have been Jack Reacher the Reach Around or something, because it's for Tom Cruise to okay that script. Woo. Horrendous. I mean, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was just so bad. Wow. Unbelievable. It's one of the worst movie I saw as far as Tom Cruise movie. But as far as The Mummy, hello, Aim High. Will I see Mummy the movie? Yeah. But will I rush out to see it the first weekend like I did with Wonder Woman? No. I see no reason to rush to see that movie. I am not a fan of the dark universe. Oh my god, Frankenstein, werewolf, and all kind of. I, I, the whole concept of these monster sharing an universe is so not interesting to me. Okay, it is even less interesting than Transformer with Dinobots and Samurai Bots. Oh, who can get excited over this stuff? Batman can say the best Tom Cruise movie is Collateral. I like Collateral. Huh, good question. Best favorite Tom Cruise movie. Hard for me. I need to think about that before I can give an answer because I saw so many. I'm pretty sure I saw every Tom Cruise movie, everything, even the bad one. Yes, I do. Yickety yakety. If you yickety yakety asks, do you and others like date stamp on covers? Um, some people dislike date stamps on cover. There are all kind of collectors out there. I love them. I love them. Okay, I wish I can find a book with a date stamp that say November 13, 1966, my birthday. I wish I could find that. Okay, but they don't exist. So yes, for me, I love it. I have tons of books with date stamps. So I have no problem with date stamp. In fact, give me some. Give me some. Do I prefer newsstand edition or direct edition better? I prefer high grade. Give me high grade direct edition, mid grade newsstand. I take high grade all the way. I'm a high grade hoe all the way. Yes, Paco Rizzo. I think FF67, Marvel Premiere 1, as well as other Warlock book is gonna stay hot and perhaps get hotter as Guardian of the Galaxy 3 are ramping up production and you see glimpses and pictures and promo of Warlock. Okay, so I think there is room for profit there. Just my hunch. I could be completely wrong. Marvel Superhero 18. What book is that? Marvel Superhero 18. Refresh my memory. I have a senior moment. I can't recall what book you're talking about. I know 13, but 18, what key is issue 18? Oh. That book has been somewhat hot and then it get cool, not cold, cooler, and then it ramp up again because of what we saw with Sylvester Stallone. Uh, now, does that mean that Sylvester Stallone and the old Guardian of the Galaxy team have a bigger role down the road? I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Just like Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck made another cameo in the movie, right? And I don't think anybody give much talk about Howard the Duck anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong, but after the first movie, there was a rush of hypes with Howard the Duck. Not with since Guardian of the Galaxy 2 came out, I don't remember hearing any kind of like, oh, you gotta buy Howard the Duck because he's gonna have a he just make a cameo for fun here and there. First Carol Danvers is issue 13. I think that issue have room to run if you're talking about Carol Danvers. My for those that remember about Miss Marvel #1, when Miss Marvel #1 went crazy over a year and a half ago, over 2,000 for a 9.8. I sold my 9.8, got good money for it, not 2,000, but no complaint on what I got for it. Insane. I also made a prediction that that book will come down and flatline until they announce the star of the movie, until they announce production, and it will start to rise again. And the trailer, once the trailer hit, that might be the time to get out if you want to speculate on that book. So, you know, if you understand the wave, right, of the market, there's chances to buy something low and sell high. Okay, so and Miss Marvel is a good example of that, where a book was super hot overnight, and then the crazy thing was it gets super hot, and I went and sold my 9.8 copies. I'm just like, the movie is 3-4 years away. There is no way to sustain that. That was my reasoning. I was just like, there's no way. They haven't even, all they did was announce, our phase 3 will include Miss Marvel, and people went crazy. Well, Knights of O, I think I will be watching Wonder Woman very closely to see. I think Wonder Woman keys, especially like, Wonder Woman 1, is going to stay hot. I think anyone, including me, that like to own a Wonder Woman 1 on the cheap, I don't think that day will come. Not anytime soon, because right now the momentum with Wonder Woman is upward. Okay, and if DC come out next month or next week and say, if you didn't know, Patty Jenkins has not signed on yet to do Wonder Woman the sequel. Okay, she talked about how excited she is to be involved, but there's no contract yet. She's not officially on board for Wonder Woman 2 yet. Time Warner, DC made a mistake. Okay, they didn't have the full trust to sign her for a multi-year deal. So potentially we have to wait a few more weeks, if not a few months. Hope the sooner the better for Time Warner to announce Patty Jenkins sign on to make the sequel. Okay, hopefully next week. The sooner the better. And then announce Wonder Woman Christmas 2019. Okay, that would be exciting news. Okay, that's what I'm shooting for. Wonder Woman Christmas 2019. Okay, and I think that kind of news alone may sustain Wonder Woman 1 and All-Star 8 momentum. Hey, you're talking to a guy that wish he didn't pass up many copies of Wonder Woman 1 and All-Star 8 over the past 6 years. I passed over many low-grade copies because I was stupid, no other way to explain it. But I don't expect to be able to buy any of those books for cheap. No way. If I was an owner, if I was an owner of any of the big books, or since All Star 8, Wonder Woman 1, and Sensation 1, if I own any of those 3 books, there is no way in hell I'm selling that book at GPA. No way. Only stupid people would do that. Okay, so there is no way any one of us should be able to pick up a copy of any of those 3 books for cheap, below GPA. There is no way, no reason anyone that owns those 3 books should sell them below what they paid for. No way. So if you miss out, like me, suck it up. If you want it, man up and pay up, because she's not looking back. Wonder Woman is not looking back. Okay, no way, no how. I like Wonder Woman 1 more than Sensation 1, just because it's a better cover. It's a better looking cover, an action cover, a cooler cover overall. Plus, it has the word Wonder Woman. Okay, that's by itself. I don't care if Sensation came out before. It's Wonder Woman #1. I like it. I just look at the time. Time flew when you're having fun. Yes, Parker Rizzo, stunning woman. Stunning. I mean, oh my God. I mean, whew. Even my wife, I watched the movie with my wife and my son, and even my wife said, wow, what a beautiful, incredible cheekbone. Stunning, stunning. Aim high, say, wish DC would stop the Harley love and give me some Power Girl. I think Harley, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do Power Girl, to be honest. I don't know how. Yes, Batcave. Everything Wonder Woman related is jumping in prices. Jumping in prices. Congratulations to those that collect and bought Wonder Woman books before the hypes. Okay, congratulations, because you bought the purchases of these Wonder Woman keys prior to, say, 2 years ago have yielded the best return possibly for many people that bought these books prior to Batman versus Superman. Okay, so congratulations. The book has not looked back since then. Richard Morrow, your question is Wonder Woman cast in other things now? Hard to say, hard to say, she's busy, she's busy, because think about this. No doubt DC is going to fast track everything they can to get Wonder Woman 2 made. So, if I was Gal Gadot, right, I would clear my schedule, because I might have to hit the gym with the trainer soon to get 3 or 4 months of ramping up the muscle. So yeah, I mean, they don't have time to do other movies. Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot will have a huge pay raise. I believe she only get paid like a couple $100,000 for this movie. So be prepared, Gal Gadot, to enter in the 5 million plus per movie. Okay. You know, I had this discussion. It's almost 8 o'clock, but I will go for a few more minutes. I had a discussion with a few people. Said, I can't believe how little she got paid. That's the way Hollywood works. When you are a nobody, that's why Hollywood like to cast a nobody. If it fails, no big deal. But once you hit it, you can make a tons of money. Look at Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence got paid very little on the series Mockingjay, that trilogy we talk about. She only get paid like a couple $100,000 as well in the first movie of that series, and then when that movie exploded, okay, and she becomes super mega star, and that series become a hundred, $600 million kind of franchise movie, then she get a pay raise. But absolutely, if I was Gal Gadot, as Anthony would do. AG Surfer, hey. Yes, Linda Carter is still hot. Beautiful woman, you know. She, for her age. Well, anyhow, folks, it's almost time for me to say goodbye. For those that join me, Rusty Staple, hey, I didn't see you in the house. No, Dr. Von Schiller is under the weather. He has been under the weather now for about 2 weeks. So if you wonder where he is, he's not feeling well. He is not feeling well for about 2+ weeks. So he's not making a lot of video. He's not watching or commenting on a lot of videos in general because he's not feeling well. Hopefully he will feel better. So if you want to make him feel good, go over to his channel and just drop him a line to say how he's doing. Hopefully he feel better and return to YouTube in the future. But yes, Dr. Von Schiller is under the weather from what I understand. Yes, Johnny Depp. Yeah, Johnny Depp is just, I'm telling you, have always been okay with Johnny Depp. Okay, I was never on the Johnny Depp hype trains. The first Pirate movie was barely watchable for me, and I couldn't finish. Number two, horrendous. Speaking of bad movie, I saw a bad movie over the weekend. What was it? Uh, oh, oh my God, yeah. I got the DVD and I watched this movie, and I turned it off after about 100 minutes. I skipped. I couldn't spend another 20 minutes to see the end of the movie. It was so bad. Assassin's Creed. Wow, what a mess. Oh my God, it's one of the worst movie I have seen in a long time. Who the hell okay that script? It made no sense whatsoever. I watched that for like the first 100 minutes. For those that have seen the movie, at the scene at the start of the inmates rioting, they riots the inmates. That was a point where I said I had enough. I had enough of this movie. It made no sense. It's terrible, and it's not because like bad acting. Okay, this is one of those movies. This movie where you say it's bad acting, bad cinematography, all that stuff. That's not the case. It's just I I couldn't follow the story. It was just a complete mess of everything. Holy cow! I couldn't believe what After 90 plus minutes of this, I'm just like, I gotta stop. I wasted an hour and a half already, and it's just horrible. So take my word, never ever watch Assassin's Creed. Okay, it is one of the worst movie I have seen in the past 2 years. 801, time for me to go. See you uh, in August. Okay, as I mentioned, if I return between now and August, it will be a surprise appearance here and there on a chat. But for now, it's summer break for me. I'm out of here. I'm still gonna be around, but I'm just not gonna be making Google chat like this. Summer break for me as well. Ah, bye. See ya.